Salutations to all our future judges. In this video, we are having Mr. Sairam Ganapati to answer the questions of our subscribers as well as viewers. Sir, we welcome you again to this telephonic interview.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for this opportunity once again given to me.
I even thank you personally for sparing your time, accepting to answer the questions of our viewers and subscribers. Sir, shall we start with the questions?
Yes, sir.
The first question is from Vaishnavi Manoharan. She is asking how to improve the speaking and writing skills in English for translation paper.
The speaking skills will not be used in translation, but writing skills will be helpful for translation. Should One should start their writing skills by reading local newspapers and local Tamil journals and local judgment given by the courts. Those things will be helpful for writing English translations, sir.
And the next question is from Akil MP. The first question, he has asked actually two questions. The first question is, how can I prepare for transportation papers, sir? Any tips?
Sir, it's I guess it's translation.
Yes, I think that's what, instead of writing translation, is written transportation.
Transportation maybe. Yes, sir. We will take as translation. The translation again, we have to uh, get the local language of which exam they are going to write, and based on the local language, they have to get practiced with their language skills, sir.
So, is there any specific tips he's asking? Is there any tips which you are planning to provide to prepare for the translation paper?
The specific tips are again by reading in newspaper and writing the same, sir. The newspaper helps very much in this translation, and the judgment passed in Madras High Court. There is a book called Tirthu Tiratu.
Okay.
It helps very useful. It's very useful book, sir, actually, for translation particularly in state of Tamil Nadu.
So they provide all these judgments in Tamil.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So you are advising him to read all those.
Yes. Tirthu Tiratu specific for Chennai and Pondicherry, and there may be some local translated version of judgments, sir.
Sir, the next question is also from Akil MP. He is asking, sir, how to prepare for Viva?
So for Viva, we have to get ready from psychological things, sir, and we should be prepared by giving our presentations and our appearance before the judge and how we present ourselves before the judge. These are the components. These are the components will be graded in the Viva, sir.
So what you are trying to say is your presentation skills will be valued in the interview.
Yes, sir. There are several components along with the presentation skills, sir.
So what are all the other components, if you could narrate, in addition to the presentation skills?
In addition to the presentation skills, the way of speech, the way of answering the questions, and the honoring the judge, honoring the judges who are taking the Viva questions, like that, sir.
Okay, sir. In addition to this, the knowledge in law, the proper understanding of law, will all those be questioned in the Viva, sir?
Sir, the knowledge is secondary, sir, but they will be given marks only to the appearance and the way of presentation, sir.
Okay, sir. And sir, the next question is from Udaya. I think his name is Udaya. However, it has been stated as Udaya. The question is, how to prepare for judgment writing, Sairam, sir? That is his question.
The judgment writing is based on there are 3 to 4 parts in a judgment, sir. One is the cause title, and the second is the story averments based on the plaints and averments based on the written statement. Thereafter, we have to write an issue and the point of consideration and our findings. Finally, the judgment what we are giving. These are the components of the judgment. The thing is, in some states, they will ask to write the full part of the judgment from top most date till the bottommost judge until the decision what we have given. In certain states, they gave only to write the points to consideration. So based on this, they will ask the examinations. We have to plan accordingly and we have to set the time, first thing. The second thing is we have to read the most of judgments through law journals, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. There are various law journals for this which will be very helpful to write the judgment ratings.
Okay, sir.
Yes,
sir. Sir, in addition to this, I have a question connected to this.
Yes, sir.
With respect to judgment writing, the distinction between the criminal aspect and the civil aspect.
Yeah, exactly.
In some cases, there may be a combination of criminal and civil aspects.
Yes, sir.
In some cases, it may be civil aspects alone. In some cases, it may be criminal aspect alone.
Yes, sir.
In that case, with respect to judgment writing, particularly with respect to preparation, what a candidate should do with respect to that kind of complicated scenarios.
Yes, sir. According to criminal, we have to frame the charges. And according to civil, we have to frame the issues. There will be certain things like framing the charges in judgment and framing the issues in the judgment, sir. So based on that, we have to see what are the things asked in the question. Certain things will be given aided in the question paper itself, sir. They will ask to write you only for the keys to the points, keys to the determination of judgment. How you decided this case like that. We have to write our findings. Based on that only we will write the judgment.
So we have to justify as to how we came to a conclusion.
Yes, sir. It may be there is nothing to worry if we give allow or if we dismiss the case. That's not in our thing, sir.
So only thing is you need to justify. You may allow a petition or you may dismiss a petition.
Yes, sir.
But still you need to specify as to what is the reason.
What is the reason?
Why you gave that judgment.
Yes, sir. Exactly.
Okay, sir.
The findings must be appropriately given appropriately.
So the next question is from Bouncer Ball. That is the name is given.
Okay.
It asks like how to file PIL. I believe he is asking about public interest litigation.
Yes, sir.
As being law student.
Being law student, it will for this question.
It's from one Mr. Bouncer Ball.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
How to file public interest litigation.
Litigation.
However, but I don't know like what academic interest is having in asking this question.
Yes, sir.
But still, if you would be interested in answering the question, it would be fine, sir.
For this, we have to make a long research for filing a bill, sir. It's not an easy task. But according to Justice P.N. Bhagavati, he has given the opportunity to file a bill by filing a letter. I guess you also have come across it. Yes, sir. Filing the bill is not a big issue, but the consequence of filing the bill, we must think, sir. We must think the consequence of what is the consequence after filing the bill. It will be the bill should not be based on our own cause or for just to get the publicity. It should be for the social cause, sir. Then only we have to file a bill, sir.
So you mean to say it should be a public interest litigation, not a private interest
not
litigation?
Private, yes, sir.
Not publicity interest litigation.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's not a publicity interest litigation. It's a public interest litigation, sir.
Okay. Sir, the next question is from Mr. O.V. Ragul.
Yes, sir.
He is asking this question to you, sir. Sir, can you please suggest me a book with a good author to clear TNPSC civil judge exam?
Yes, sir. Very good question. Actually, asked by Mr. O.V. Rahul.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. The books are from Malati, sir.
Malati Publications.
Malati Tiruvallur Guide. And
Okay.
there are various authors which can be found in stores like Sitaram and Co. and
Okay.
Chennai Book House, like that, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So in these places you can go and get those books, and you also specific.
Yes,
But you've given specific publications. Is there a specific author you want to specify, or is it fine?
it's a publication. These publications gives good books, sir. And among with these books, Tirupatirat also is recommended books, sir.
Which one, sir?
Tirupatirat issued by Madras High Court.
Yes. With respect to
Yes,
transfer,
sir. Yes,
they
sir.
give all these judgments which
Yes,
are
sir.
relevant in
Yes, sir.
time.
Yes, exactly, sir.
So you should read also this.
Yes, sir.
So my question in connection to this, is there any other book which he needs to read in addition to this, other than these publications and this Tirupatirat what you're stating? In addition to this, would you recommend any other books?
Barat is the only book, sir.
Okay.
Barat.
So you mean to say like it should be a Barat, plus all these
Barat,
publications
all
what is specified,
publications.
along with the Tirupatirat.
First priority should be given to Barat and the law journals, then Tirupatirat for translation and for Tamil words. Thereafter, the final priority is the authors given for TNPSC exams, sir. It should be used like mock test exams, using for mock test exams, sir.
Okay, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now the next question is from, she has actually raised various questions. She has asked around 5 questions. Mrs. Navina T, she has asked all these questions. Her first question is, when to start preparing civil judge exams? Which year of college? She's asking like when we should start preparing for the civil judge exam. If I'm in college, in which year should I start this?
Sir, frankly saying, there is no time. We can start from our, in case of 3 years law course, we can start from second year. It's advisable to start from second year, sir. And in 5 years, they can start from third or fourth year, sir. It will be correct time to start the exams.
It will be the proper time to start.
Yeah, it will be the proper time to start the preparation.
Okay, sir. The second question what she has asked is, does extracurricular activities like NCC or NSS gives any benefit to crack the exams?
For these questions, I would suggest there is no for this answer, no for this question, sir. No NCC or NSS is required for this posting, I think so.
So according to you, like, there are no benefits if you are in NCC or NSS,
No,
you're not
no
going to get you any additional
No benefits, sir. No benefits.
But one indirect benefit what I think could be, sir, because they would be maintaining a good health condition,
Yeah.
regular exercise and other
Yes,
things.
sir. It's a
Maybe that could
sedentary
help them
lifestyle.
in preparing for the exams.
Yes, sir.
It would improve their focus and physical fitness.
The job is sedentary lifestyle, sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, sir. Now the third question is, does internship is recommendable? If yes, when to start intern? That is her third question.
Yes, sir. Internship is much recommended to this generation law students, sir.
Okay.
Again, in case of 3 years, the internship should be started by second year, sir.
Okay, sir.
There is a time factor should be given. If the college completes at 5, obviously we could not go to internship before the court. We should only go to senior's office and study the brief what the senior has. If the college completes around half day, then we can go to court and we can go for a senior officer. It's highly recommended, sir.
Okay, she is asking like when to start intern. What would be the right time? Which year of the college?
Second year, sir. Second year or nearly in 3 years course, and third or fourth year in 5 years course, sir.
Okay, sir. So the next, the fourth question from Naveen T is, how is the life of civil judge?
This is a much interesting question. According to a civil judge, so actually,
It's a kind of sedentary lifestyle, like
sedentary
where they
lifestyle,
do a routine work on a daily
actually,
basis.
actually, I have not personally experienced to this question, sir. That's
Okay.
why,
But maybe you had some experience speaking with
uh,
your friends who got
yes,
selected or any of your
some of my,
seniors.
yes, I have got the information that it's a very sedentary lifestyle, and we have to be very punctual with the job what we are taking. We should be given fully 100% dedication to the job, sir. These are the
So
things I have
punctuality,
heard. Yes, sir.
honesty,
Yes,
and other things should also be there.
exactly, sir.
Sir, the last question, what she has asked is, what gives motivation and inspiration to Justice Mr. Sairam to become a civil judge? She has addressed you as justice with
Oh,
the belief that certainly a day you will become a justice.
oh, nice, sir. Thank
Some
you.
motivation for us, the future judges, she is asking.
So first, there should be a self motivation that we should we should think that we have become a judge, and we should be act like a judge, sir. If a
Hmm.
case comes to us, we have to think like ourselves as a judge, and we have to act like a judge. Then only this will give us a lot of motivation for preparing the exams, sir.
But I should thank Ms. Navina T for the reason she has presumed that you are a justice.
Yeah,
She has come to an assumption
yes, sir.
that you are a justice and she is asking this question.
Yes, sir.
And by God's grace, let that happen and you become a justice too soon, sir. It
Yes, sir.
should be a good day when you
Thank
become
you.
a judge. And we'll be happy to congratulate you once you become a judge in this channel, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for this wonderful opportunity, sir.
And I even personally thank you for sparing your time and answering the questions of all our
Yes,
viewers
sir.
and subscribers.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Let us join hands together and contribute for our learned society. Thank you, sir. Thank you for your precious time.
Thank you very much, sir. Have a nice day, sir.